Hello my beautiful moms to be. Welcome to day 4. Quick prenatal guidelines like before. Number 1, make sure you're hydrated all the time. Feel free to take breaks. Number 2, make sure you feel safe wherever you are. There are no objects around you and your mat is stable. Number 3, we are not supposed to be on our back for longer if you are 28 weeks or above. But just like our last 3 days, we will move in different body positions, so that wouldn't be a problem. And number 4, most importantly, comfort is the key. Listen to your body, you guys. Alright, let's get started. Today we are going to start kneeling down. We are going to be on our knees. Bring your hips on your heels. Just like we did before, we are going to do our low to high kneeling to begin with. Just get into the groove. When you are ready, lift up and down. Exhale as you lift up, thrust your hips forward. Inhale as you come back down. You can keep your hands on top of your legs, or you can bring your hands forward every time you lift up, thrusting your hips forward. Inhale as you come back down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you come down. Show your belly off. Can you lift your hands up to the ceiling? Lower it down as you lower your hips. See what feels good for you. Just moving our body here, getting into the groove. Just 3 more here. Last 2. The next time you lift up, hold there. Hold. We'll open our hands out to the side and we'll make small circles. Keep thrusting your hips forward. Can you reverse the circles? Small arm circles. And take a break. We'll still be in our high kneeling position. Can you hold on to your mat and bring your right foot forward, coming up into a lunge position. Keeping your right foot forward, we are gonna move our knee forward, just flexing your left hip and bringing it back. Just our lunge rocks here. Rock forward as much as you can, whatever feels good for you. If you feel unstable, you can hold on to the mat as you go forward and back. Just opening up our hips here, going as much as possible and back up. We'll do 3 more on this side. Going forward. Last 2. Last 1. You can bring your hands down, bring your knee behind you and bring your other foot forward. We are just switching sides. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale as you rock back. Just rocking forward and back. Opening up your pelvis, your hips here. You might also feel the front of your right leg stretch. Keep going. We'll do 3 more. Feel free to hold on to the mat if you feel unstable at any point of the movement. Back up, hold on to the mat, go into your kneeling position and bring your hips down. We'll be sitting on the mat, bringing your feet forward. Anchor your feet into the mat, hold on to the mat, behind you with your hands. We're going to do our 90-90 movement. Knees are pointed up to the ceiling to begin with. We'll bring both our knees to one side, back up to the other side and up. Adjust your position of your feet. That means if you can bring them mat width apart a little bit more to help you move side to side. Open up your hips. Take your hips with you. Lift your butt off of the mat as you point your knees to one side and to the other. Open up the front of your chest. You can look up. One more on each side. Wherever you are, give me one more on each side. And take a break. You can always come into your butterfly position and wave your wings side to side. Right, we are still in our sitting position. Bend your knees out to the side. Your feet are anchored into the mat to begin with. Your feet can be mat width apart, a little bit more wider if it feels better for you. Wherever you are, hold on behind one knee. Hold on behind one knee. Lift that foot off of the mat and we are straightening that leg and bending that knee. Just like that. Straighten as much as you can. Feel the back of your leg stretch and bring it in. Stretch and in. Stretch and in. Just holding on to your knee. Keep your back as straight as possible here. If you have to hinge back a little bit, that is totally fine. Listen to your body. See what feels good. We are just straightening and bending our knee. We'll do 3, 2. The next time you straighten your leg, pause there. We're going to flex our foot, point our foot. Toes pointed to your nose, toes pointed away from your nose. Flexing and pointing. Feel the back of your leg stretch as you flex and point. For 3, for 2, one more and take a break. Bring that foot down, anchor it down. We are going to switch sides. Take your left leg onto your palms. You are holding on behind your knee of your left foot. We are lifting our left foot behind the knee of your left leg. Lift your left foot off of the mat and we're going to straighten and bend. Straighten as much as you can. If your leg is not getting all the way straightened, you can straighten a little lower towards the mat and bend. Wherever and whatever feels good, feel the back of your leg stretch. This stretching is not a good feeling. Sometimes it feels like pain, but that is not pain. It's good for your muscles. Try and stretch as much as possible and slowly bend it back to the starting position. We'll do 3 more here. 3, 2. We're going to hold on our last one. Hold. As we hold, flex your foot, point your foot. Toes pointed to your nose, toes pointed away from your nose. Flex and point, flex and point. 3 more. Try and keep your leg as straight as possible. 2 more. Feel the back of your leg stretch before you point. Last one. Shh. And take a break. Take a break again. Go into your butterfly position. Straighten your back as much as possible and hinge forward. You should feel the side of your legs stretch. And come back up. We're going to bend our knees again. This time we're going to hold behind both our knees. Try to keep your feet anchored into the mat as much as possible. Holding on behind both your feet, you're going to walk your hands down as you roll back into the mat as much as possible. Then you flex, hold on to the back of your legs as you roll back up. If it feels like you cannot go all the way down, we'll just go halfway down. Go halfway down, then walk up and sit up nice and tall. Give your best here. I understand rounding your back with a big belly can be uncomfortable. See what feels good for you, what range of motion feels good for you. Try and go all the way down as much as possible. Then hold on to the back of your leg. Ooh, and lift up. Going down, halfway and back up. You can exhale as you round and walk back. Inhale as you lift and sit up nice and tall. Feel the shakies when you go down. Even halfway down, you should feel the body shake, muscles working, and back up. Those are your Pilates shakes. The next time you go down, we want to go all the way down to the mat. And pause. We are now in our supine position. That means we are on our back. Changing our body positions here. Deep breaths in and out. When you're ready, we are going to bring both our hands behind you, holding on to your neck. We're going to do our chest lifts, keeping both your feet anchored into the mat. Your knees are pointed up to the ceiling to begin with. When you're ready, take a deep inhale here. On your exhale, we are going to lift our chest up and down. Trying to keep your elbows out to the side at all times as much as possible. You exhale as you lift up, inhale as you go back down. You can keep both your feet anchored into the mat if that is where you are, or can you bring one leg to tabletop as you lift up and down. You can keep one leg in a tabletop position, or can you bring both legs into a tabletop as you lift up and down. We have done this before. Stick with the layer that feels comfortable for you. If you're one leg is in tabletop, it's time to switch. Almost there. Give me 4 more here. Last 3. You can do it, you guys. Lifting up. Look at your belly. Look at your baby. Last 2. Last 1. And take a break. Hug your knees in. Roll side to side. Give yourself a nice spine massage. Right, come back to center. We'll keep our feet down, anchored onto the mat, hands by the sides of your hips. Just like we did before, we are going to do some bridges here. When you're ready, take a deep inhale here. On your exhale, lift your hips up into a bridge, squeeze those glutes and bring it back down. Lifting as high as possible, reach your waistline up to the ceiling as much as possible. Feel free to press your hands into the mat. That will help you lift up a little bit more. We are going into the back extension with these bridges. Lifting as high as possible here every time you exhale. You can keep doing just the bridges, or every time you come up, can you bring one leg to tabletop, lower it back down, bring your other leg to tabletop, lower it back down, and then bring your hips down. Just adding a layer here, stick with the layer that feels comfortable for you. We bridge up, bring one leg to tabletop, lower it down, another leg to tabletop, back down, and then you bring your hips all the way down. Or you can just bridge up and bridge down. Or you can alternate between both the layers. On one rep, you just bridge up and down. On your next rep, we're going to bridge up, bring one leg to tabletop, down, another leg to tabletop, back down, and bring your hips down. You can do just the bridge, or you can do walking bridges. Lifting up, walk with your legs, and all the way down. Wherever you are, give me three more bridges here. You can do it. Shh. Last two. Last one. Shh. Shh. And come all the way down. You can hug your knees in, roll side to side. Take deep breaths in and out during your breaks. Right, come back to center. Alrighty, we are now gonna move into a side lying position. So turn facing your screen. We're gonna be on our hips. This time we're gonna be on our elbows, or all the way on your palms. We'll see what feels good for our bodies today. When you're all the way down on your elbows, try to keep pressing the mat away from you. That means your shoulders are away from your ears, your hips are stacked on top of each other, your knees and your feet are also stacked on top of each other. For our first movement, we'll start with our clams, where we open our knees up to the ceiling and lower it down. Try and keep your hips squared as you open your top knee out and lower it down. You can hold on to your mat with your top hand for that extra support, or you can keep your hands on top of your hips to make sure your hips are being squared and stable as much as possible. Either way, you want to keep pressing your mat away from you. Try not to dump into your shoulder. That will irritate your shoulder. Try to keep pressing that mat away from you, lifting that chest up off of the mat as much as possible. As you keep doing these clams, you can just open your knee out and close it back down, or we'll add a layer here. Every time you open your knee, straighten your leg, bring it back down, and then close your knee. Open your knee, stretch it out, anchor your feet back together, and then in. More work to your glutes, where we stretch and bend. You can do it. If straightening your leg doesn't feel good for you today, just stick with the clams, opening your knees and closing your knees. Wherever you are, give me 3 more. For 3, for 2, On your last one, we are going to hold. We are going to hold either in your clamp position or your stretched leg. Wherever you are, we're going to pulse for 5. 3, 2, 1 more, and come all the way down. That burns as always. Right, when you're ready, we're going to do our side bridges. So we're going to bring our top foot down onto the mat. Both your feet are anchored on the mat. You're on your palm all the way up. When you're ready, press your top hand into the mat as well to lift your hips up and down. If that doesn't feel good, we are going to be on our elbows. Top hand is anchored, your knees are anchored into the mat. We are just going to lift our hips and down. Why don't we start here? Keep your elbow on the mat, knees are anchored on the mat, feet are anchored on the mat. The only thing that is lifting off of the mat is your hips. So make sure you're using your top hand, anchor it on the mat, press it into the mat as you lift your hips up and down. Again, try not to dump into your shoulder, pressing your mat out as much as possible. This could be a little tougher, but try and lift your hips up as much as possible and down. Whatever you're doing, make sure you're in control, lifting your hips up and down. Give me 3 more wherever you are. For 3, for 2, last one, and take a break. Take a big break. We're going to sit up in our Z sit position, facing the screen. You're going to bend your knees like in your 90-90 movement. Your one foot is touching the quads of the other foot. Sitting in your Z sit position, whichever direction works, because we are going to switch directions. Remember which direction you have your knees pointed. When you're ready, open your hands out to the side. We're going to bend to one side and bring your opposite hand over your head to the other side and side stretch. These are your mermaids. You will see that your one side will stretch a little bit more than the other side. That happens because of your legs in your 90-90 angle in a Z sit position. Whichever side your knees are pointed, that side gives you a deeper stretch. Feel the stretch before you come back up. There is no rush. Move at your own pace. Keep breathing. Breathe into your stretches. When you inhale, try to inhale to the sides of your ribs, expanding the sides of your ribs, giving you a deeper stretch. We'll do 2 more on each side. Last one. Keep going. Just connect with your breath, connect with your body. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and lie down for our side lying movements on the other side. Starting with your clamps here, you're on your elbows, hand on top of your top hand on the mat. Hips are squared, knees are squared, toes, feet are on top of each other. When you're ready, we're gonna open our knee, top knee out and close it in. Try and point your top knee up to the ceiling as much as possible, keeping your hips as squared as possible. It is completely okay if you move your hips a little bit, but try and keep them stable as much as possible as you open your knee as much as possible and close it back. Feel the side of your legs as you open your knee. You can stick with just your clamps or we'll add that knee extension as a layer. Every time you open your knee, straighten your leg, bend your knee and then close your knee. Clamp out, stretch it out, anchor your feet together and then bring your knee on top of each other. You can inhale as you lift, exhale as you straighten, inhale as you bend, exhale as you close. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you straighten, inhale as you close, exhale as you close. Inhale as you lift your knee up, stretch it out as much as possible, bend your knee and then close your knee. Give me 2 more here. Lifting up, stretching it out. If you're not doing the stretches, stick with the clamps, you guys. We'll get there eventually. On your last one, wherever you are, we are gonna hold and pulse up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more and take a break. Whew. Take a quick break, deep breaths in and out. We're going to move into that bridges, our side bridges. Not my favorite, but it sure does help. When you're ready, your elbow is anchored into the mat. Keep pressing the mat away. Your top foot is down on the mat this time. Knees are on top of each other. Top hand holding on to your mat. When you're ready, press into the mat to lift your hips up and down. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. The side of your body is working hard. Try and lift up in control and lower it down in control. Feel those shakies. There is no rush. Move at your own pace in your own range of motion. Give me 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Lifting as high as possible here. Lift, lift, lift. And lower all the way. Whew. Get up. We're going to go back into our mermaids. Sitting in our Z-sit position. Remember, if you were pointing your knees to your right, now you're pointing to your left or vice versa. Changing your Z-sit position. When you're ready, we'll open our hands out to the side. On your exhale, we are gonna bend to one side and back up. If you can inhale as you bend to one side, try and open up the side of your ribs. Breathe into your ribs to feel a deeper stretch. Just a few more here. Connect with your breath. Feel free to close your eyes. Move at your own pace. Deep breaths here. Either you exhale or inhale in your movements. It doesn't matter. As long as you're taking deep breaths in and out, connecting with your body, connecting with your mind. We'll do one more on each side. take a break. We are almost there. We'll just move into one more body position, do a couple of movements before we end our session today. We're going to go into my favorite position, the quadruped position. Especially after I conceived, this became my favorite position because we can do so many movements in this position. Coming into your quadruped, that means your shoulders are right above your wrists, your hips are right above your knees. We're going to start with some cat-cows. Move that spine all the way. Exhale as you round your back. Inhale as you arch your back. Just a few cat-cows here. As you round your back, pull your belly in, hug your baby, reach the back of your t-shirt up to the ceiling. As you inhale, drop your belly down, reach your tailbone up. We'll do two more. Last one. Alright, come back to center. Keeping your hands on the mat, we are going to straighten our leg, kick our heel up and bring it back down. Straighten your other leg, kick your heel up and back down. Trying to keep your hips as squared as possible. They might move a little bit. It is okay. Just trying to connect the bottom of your glutes to the top of your hamstrings. Feel the squeeze and slowly bring it back down. You can keep doing just your legs, or can you straighten your opposite hand as you stretch your leg. Stick with the layer that feels comfortable for you. Make sure you feel stable here before you remove your hand and knee off of the mat. You can keep doing just this, or every time you straighten your leg and hand, pause there. Bend your knee to your elbow, stretch it out again, and then back to the starting position. Adding a layer here. If this is not for you today, just stick with stretching your hand and your leg. Stretch it out and down. With this, we are moving our spine as well. Knee to your elbow. You can arch your back and down. Last few movements here. Give your best. Shh. Two more on each side. Wherever you are, whichever layer you're at. Last one. Move nice and slow. Feel stable. Stretch it out and down. When you're done, go into your child pose. Take a break. Deep breaths in and out. Last movement here, we've done this before. Walk your hands forward in your child pose. We're going to bring our hips down, going into that extension and back to a child pose. Just opening up our hips here. Lower your belly, back extension and back to the child pose. Last movement, you guys. If you don't like the back extension, come into your quadruped and go back. Moving at your own range of motion here. Give me 3 more wherever you are. Last two. Last one. Alrighty, this was our day 4. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you on day 5. Take care of yourselves and be safe, you guys. See you tomorrow.